Hellos and welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Deus Ex, and where we last left off we were heading down into the mall, into the Lucky Money Club, and we managed to secure a temporary truce between the Red Arrow and Luminous Path Triads. Now, Tracer Tong, as a favour to him, has asked us to locate the ROM files for making more of these Dragon Tooth blades for both factions of the Triads, to make sure that the war doesn't heat up once again. Daedalus has also asked us to disable the UC, the Universal Constructor, that is making the Grey Death, which is meant to be in a facility under Versalife. So we have a Versalife employee ID. Let's get ourselves in. The Versalife Corporation. Data entry. So we've been told to speak to a shift supervisor called Hundley, who will give us access to various other places in Versalife.
If you need help, talk to one of the receptionists.
Thank you.
You do not require a security pass to visit the first 3 levels of offices.
Handy. So we do have a map of the facility. Well, the 3 levels that the security guard has told us about anyway. But there is a restricted elevator on level 3. Looks like there's some venting here as well. That would get us access. So if we upset people, maybe on the way back, we could use the ventilation shafts to get back down to the lobby area here.
Welcome to Versalife. We make tomorrow look like yesterday. How can I help you?
I'm looking for Mr. Hundley.
He's upstairs making his rounds. Look for a man in a black suit.
Thank you.
We're all out of company brochures.
Welcome to Versalife. Please sign in. Richard Hundley.
You missed the psionics people. They went to the Lucky Money.
Oh, I think we heard their discussion earlier. Would people be upset if I accessed your terminal? Probably, but let's give it a go anyway. Oh, welcome to Majestic12.net. Lovely. Create a temporary security pass? Sure, why not? And employee evaluations from Mr. Hundley himself. Here's a security room. We don't have access to there just yet.
Going up.
Ah, there's the vent I was thinking about.
Please stay out of the work area.
Please address inquiries to my supervisor.
Let's have a look around, see if there's anything of interest.
I have work to do. I can't be bothered.
I see. You know what, I've never had like an office job like this. But God, I must be depressing. At least one of you, someone has a houseplant. Yeah, that's not brainwashing. Okay, up to level 2 we go.
Mr. Hundley, shift supervisor. Who might you be?
I'm contracting this month. Quite a facility you have here.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, we're pretty proud of the work we're doing.
Any chance I could get a tour of the labs?
Oh, no, I'm afraid not. Trade secrets and all that.
I'll make it worth your while.
To the tune of what? 2,000?
2,000 sounds reasonable, but I don't have the cash on me.
Fine, fine. Just come back when you do.
I see. Oh, for free credits out, really? And is it ironic that our credits are 1997? Maybe. I didn't plan that at all. I really didn't actually.
You worked at Psionics? You look like you could have the gift.
Psionics? That sounds interesting.
This Kramer receptor patent proposal is kicking my ass.
Grey F cases misdiagnosed. Okay, so we need 3 more credits. Or we could try and find another way into the labs. There's bound to be a credit chip lying around somewhere. Typhon. Read that at Maggie Chow's apartment. Damn, everyone's so cleanly here. I'll go check level 3, see if there's anything of interest there, and if not, we could check the elevator. Sorry, not the elevator, the ventilation.
So much for the schedule, right, mate?
The schedule? Yeah, sure.
It's swell to miss a day of work, but they bloody hell better push back the delivery. I know I won't be done.
They'll understand.
At least the super freighters on our way to America. No more special agents nosing about up here.
Special agents?
You know, the ones in the suits with grey skin. Eyes tattooed on the backs of their necks. I'd sure like to know what was in those tanks to make them so uptight.
Oh, so there's a super freighter with interesting, an interesting shipment, you say?
Didn't get a jot of work done today. Why bother data entry? They had me on a forklift. Am I just a common labourer? Wasn't I hired for my expertise?
Anything of interest? I know there's someone working behind me.
What?
Just looking around.
People are trying to concentrate.
They keep you up here pretty late.
That's because they don't want people looking over my shoulder.
Why not?
Huh. I guess it doesn't matter what I say anymore. It's because I falsify all the records, okay?
They probably don't want you telling people that.
So, I don't care. I figured it out today, how they do it. People with my job got the Great Death. In a couple of weeks, I could be in a camp. I could already be sick.
Why would they do that?
Whatever's in those labs, stuff goes in there. Instruments, military personnel. None of it goes on the record. Iverson had this job, that's why he got sick. Chang, Kylie, Watts. Now it's me.
I'd really like to check out those labs.
You some kind of spy or something?
Does it matter?
If I get you down there, can you do something for me?
What's that?
Hundley, kill him. I bet you could do it. You guys have ways to keep from getting caught. I can give you clearance.
Interesting. Why do you want us to kill Hundley?
I want to see those labs.
Mr. Hundley checks the logs every 5 minutes. I can't do anything while he's around.
I see. Kill him or just disable him? Would it matter? Do we really care? Is another question, really. Aha, there he is. We need to do it somewhere out of sight. This'll probably do. Well, he had those free credits we needed.
Alright, I killed your boss.
You mean...
He's out of the picture. I'd advise you not to hang around too long. Now how about getting me into the labs?
Well, okay. Sure, it doesn't matter to me. The code to the elevator is 6512. I'll make sure you have access once you get to the lab.
Awesome. Does that mean we'll have permission to get in there? Because what I've noticed is, not in my previous LP, but I think in someone else's, it might have been Grimmeth's. The troopers we meet in there were aggressive, but not... they were actually friendly towards him.
Big operation down there.
Majestic 12's development program, Pacific Rim Research Facility.
You the one they just cleared for level 1?
Yeah, that's me.
You are welcome to stroll around the laboratories, but respect the work that we do here. Your security pass can be cancelled with no warning.
I've looked forward to this for a long time.
Security is watching through the cameras. If you cause trouble, an alarm will sound, and the guards won't wait to ask questions.
Yes, sir. I'll try not to get in anyone's way.
Awesome. So I think that's worked out nicely. If I pull out a weapon, will he be upset? Ooh, that's a GEP gun. Let's put the sniper rifle away. So we need to find the ROM encoding for the Dragon's Tooth Sword from the basement labs. We're cleared for level 1. What if anyone will recognize us? We should, or people should recognize this room from earlier. This is where Bob Page and Walton Simons were discussing the Grey Death and how it was spilling out into the streets.
They don't let me talk to lab personnel.
And we have Majestic 12 personnel here. I love the size of this room, the scale. Also, there's like an upper level there. And the commandos don't talk to anyone. Oh, that's the wrong button. Ooh, stealth pistol. Might as well explore. Try not to upset anyone. Oh. Well, that's interesting. We have an agent in black there. And another one there as well. See if we're actually allowed up here. We might not be. Oh.
I don't recall being informed of any visitors.
A nano key for the magnetic augmentation chamber. Harrison, as per our discussion, I will retain root access. Recording the other key members of the weapons research team. Maggie Chow should be given full access while the others will be granted only user access until further notice. And there's a security terminal there. At the moment we're friendly to everyone, but it might still be worth our while disabling security while we can. As long as they don't catch on, it should be fine. Hello, that was a Greasel. And it was nearby as well. Just wait for him to walk off before we hack this security terminal, just in case. Shouldn't be a problem, but like to be sure. Camera. Open the door. And there's a door there as well. Interesting. Don't remember this area so well. And as I said last time I was here, I'm sure everyone was hostile towards us. So makes a nice change. So we've opened that door there. What does that say? Radioactive. Great. Someone standing there? That's not the weapon I wanted. Well, so far so good. Let's see what's along this way. Hi.
I'm on duty.
Good for you.
You shouldn't be back here.
I shouldn't. Do you mind, though? Ballistic armor. A data cube. Would you mind if I gained access to this? Probably.
This is the armory.
We have a break room here.
It's really a question of abstraction.
Exactly.
You can't be dealing with this sort of thing on the base pair level.
Essentially what I told Miss Chow. Tissue augmentation. It's not a matter of twiddling bits.
What are you talking about exactly?
We need to stay focused on tools.
In principle, yes, I agree.
The older scientists don't grasp what it means to have so much data.
Still, we have to throw them a bone once in a while.
With the right software, organism design should be indistinguishable from CAD-CAM.
We'll rip up another non-Mendelian. They love the Karkians.
Dr. Harrison, I was running a regression analysis on the Universal Constructor, and it appears we have a serious error that could result in an uncontrolled replication. Until a new version of the control system can be tested, I've installed a temporary patch that will initiate a cascading shutdown sequence. This would also destroy the UC in the process, so only use it in an emergency. The code is 525. Op says the new system should be online within 72 hours. So they've given us a method to destroy the UC. Handy. Gain access to some vents here if we want.
It is a simple request.
Lab procedure forbids.
The psionics laboratory.
The psionics laboratory has no business worrying about weak interactions between incidental subatomic particles.
Our work on Fitjov Capra.
Capra. A quantum quack.
Don't criticize what you don't understand.
Some more data cubes here.
Scientific progress depends upon collaboration.
Maybe you should cross your legs, to yourself, and try to read my mind.
The sharing of data between departments should be automatic.
Versalife did not achieve 1 trillion credit equity by disclosing R&D materials.
We work in the same building.
Our results can be understood only by a few dozen people on the planet, none of whom are psionics engineers.
So the scientists are arguing amongst one another about their research. Kind of curious what's in here.
Oh my god!
Yep, okay.
Okay, drop him.
So let's pod away the lockpicks. Fair enough. At least we know.
Another damn loyalty check.
Where would this take us then? Let's go have a look. Looks like it's leading us back up to where we hacked that security terminal. Oh, hello, Greasel. So there's a way you could just bypass it entirely if you don't have a silenced weapon, I guess. Ow. I have no idea where I am. When in doubt, go explore. Oh. Curious. Well, as interesting as the vents could be, we have permission to be down here right now, so let's go take a look.
The ROM encoding should be in this wing of the laboratory.
If you don't know where you're going, you shouldn't be down here.
Level 2 access. I don't think we have permission to be in level 2. We could try our luck anyway.
Make sure you have the proper clearance.
Oh, this looks interesting. This is probably going to upset a lot of people, isn't it? Walton Simon's a virus shipment to an M. Lundquist. The initial virus shipment has been loaded aboard a super freighter and is currently in transit. Airborne dissemination over New York, Washington, D.C. and other urban targets will be forwarded to you within 48 hours. Oh, so they're gonna infect like major cities with the Grey Death. Yeah, that sounds like a brilliant idea. You know, I'm kinda concerned I might stun this patrolling guard. Might as well check the rest of these emails while we're here. The Series P Agents Overview. And the Neb Trials. So some of these agents in black are armed with dragon tooth blades. Something for us to be aware of, since we know they deal a lot of damage. How much would it take to get us up to master hacking? Quite a bit. Let's also check the other email accounts while we're here. Maggie Chow. We've read this before. Grape Project Schedule. Attached a preliminary schedule. They have ability to spontaneously generate radiation in the form of an attack. I say, during these emails, feel free to pause and have a look yourself if you wish. I'm just curious and trying to take in as much as I can. It's been a while. I don't think I used to have the patience for this when I was younger as well. Upgraded commando specifications. Improved their combat effectiveness. Enhancements to their power armor. New armor, we've nicknamed it Obsidian, has greatly expanded possibilities as a light weapons platform. Their protection from heat and plasma attacks as well. Okay. One more email account to check and then we can upload the ROM information. I think uploading the ROM information might upset people. So I'll make a save before we do that. So, Neb Trials. Simon says requested we equip some. Oh, we've read this before. And again, the Grey Project. We haven't heard from Feng about the Karkian eggs. Feng is probably the dead scientist we discovered in the Canal Road collapse. Because we did find those creatures, which I guess are Karkians, baby ones.
I have uploaded the component the Triads need to complete the sword. Go to the temple next to the market. I will bring together the dragon heads for a meeting.
Yep, I figured that may happen. So let's see if we can get into level 2 without upsetting people. Well, we have this way as well, which I didn't see. Oh, hi.
The labs are down the hall.
Thank you.
I think you're lost.
I think I'm lost as well.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Exploring.
These are private quarters.
Now there's a familiar face. Two, in fact.
Return to where you belong.
The process is going smoothly then?
Better than we expected. The array of reaction modules has allowed the UC to perform multiple constructions in parallel.
Wonderful. We'll have to try that trick at Area 51.
The program, you understand, is primarily a security concern.
Never mind that punk from UNATCO. The security here is adequate, and we have a long-term program guaranteed to make him irrelevant. We call it Icarus.
Icarus?
A sweet bit of engineering. You'll like it, but we can't talk here. Your office?
No time. Tell me on the way.
We have Bob Page here as a member of Majestic 12 and Maggie Chow, who we suspected was responsible for working alongside them. We have a few scientists down here.
I am not allowed to speak to visitors.
I have 2 words for whomever wrote this biometrics package. User interface.
Now that looks interesting.
We'll never be able to separate out the hybrids.
You must be with Simon's office. Be sure that he understands we're doing the best we can. Trying out new coat proteins that resemble common phospholipids.
Wonder, would you be upset if I did this? All these augmentations. Now, this one is radar transparency and cloak. Now that one's probably pretty good. This one is targeting and vision enhancement. Okay, those two sound worthwhile.
I have to concentrate.
Radar transparency allows us to go past bots, cameras, turrets, and laser beam triggers. Or cloak, making you invisible to organic hostiles. That has a lot of power drain. Actually, both of them do. Bypassing bots, cameras, turrets, and laser beams might be worthwhile, though. Tell you what, I'll roll my d20, because both of these could have some use. And that's 15, okay, so we'll go with cloak. So that's our last subdermal upgrade. And this goes in the eyes. We have targeting. A slight increase to accuracy and damage, as well as general target information. Or vision enhancement, which gives night vision, infravision. And also we can then later on look through walls. I'd prefer to go with targeting. The extra damage and accuracy would be very nice.
Somebody's going to have to totally gut this thing and start over.
And this one, of course, is Spy Drone and Aggressive Defense System. Now, can we have this? No, we cannot.
How do they expect to express a high-level feature in a genome if they can't even come up with a topologically sound representation?
Don't ask me, I only work here. Oh, bugger. I was only meant to use one of them. Okay. Glad that he didn't seem to mind us doing that. So we have Cloak. And where was the other one? Targeting is F8. Okay.
I'm afraid we don't have time for visitors right now.
Experimental subject cells.
Please, you'll upset the subject.
There were just some way of tracking.
Did we upset people? Oh, we probably upset the Grizzles.
He's better than most, but he is very excitable.
I'm the captain here.
Cold and dark. Goes on forever.
So,
the neural tissue in particular failed to express certain proteins.
I'm the captain here. Whee!
Get back in your cage.
That may have been a terrible idea. We may have just killed someone. Yep, we just killed someone. Whoops. But while everyone's distracted, let's go this way. Oh dear. Oh, it actually killed us. I was trying to seal the door.
I'm afraid we don't have time for visitors right now.
I'll leave him there. Let's continue exploring. Just finished supervising the refit of the super freighter fuel tanks to transport the virus. This stuff should really be shipped in suspension crates, but I know you want it to be rapidly offloaded once it reaches New York. The biocontamination seals will not last past 36 hours.
It could have leaked.
I know, I thought...
One spore. How many times do I have to say it? One spore could wipe out everyone in this building.
I thought the magnet was on.
Don't think! The control panels have colored lights so that you don't have to think!
Ooh, someone's getting chewed out. Okay, I think that might be everything. Obviously, there was a vent, wasn't there? Somewhere. Let's see where this takes us. Oh, is that back to here? Yeah, okay, we've been here before. We never found a way to gain access to...
We'll never be able to separate out the hybrids.
Locate the Universal Constructor, though, unless there's another way. Either way, let's actually, since we know we're going to be upsetting people, this will deal with a couple of people now. Have we been this way yet? No, we haven't. This might be the way to the Universal Constructor. Yeah, that makes sense. Now there's another guard down here somewhere. There he is. Oh! There she is. I don't think you can stun the Series P agents. It looks like we're not accessing level 2 right now. Fair enough.
Sergeant, is that you? Yeah, false alarm, I guess.
Okay, so we need to get past the commando. Let's try out this cloak, shall we?
Got something. I'm doing a scan.
Now, are we all still friends here? No, we are not. Okay. Thankfully, we should... Sorry about this. Oh, wrong button.
let us be quiet. Agent Denton from America has retrieved the software component. Please accept our gratitude.
It is my honor.
Begin.
As the faces of a perfect blade are reflections of one another, as they join together to make a perfect edge, so we shall form one blade, not the male and female swords of Ganjiang, one which must avenge the other, but one weapon, precise in its purpose, though wielded by many arms.
And much as the steel sharpens its edge and anneals its own surfaces, let us preserve, together, the form of our traditions.
The only enduring work of man, that which is born again with the next generation.
Forever.
Forever.
Again, accept our thanks, Mr. Denton. You will have to join us for drinks at the Lucky Money later tonight. In the meantime, Mr. Tong wants to see you.
Thanks for the offer. Maybe I'll stop by.
You know what? I don't think I've ever taken him for his offer.
We must celebrate. All right, get out. Enough games in the temple.
We might actually have to do that. Maybe. Let's wait for them both to step outside and have a word with them both. And then we'll go see Tracer Tong once again.
The peace will be profitable for both sides.
Where in the world did Max get off to? Oh well, either way.
There will be a showdown one of these days.
Alright, where's Tracer hiding?
I've been checking out the schematics you found. That's one hell of a sword. It's a generally accepted tenet of nanotechnology that nanites and traditional metals don't mix, but Versalife found a way. It all seems completely obvious to me now.
Ah, there you are.
Peace between the triads is now official.
Good. We begin to operate from a position of strength. We will start manufacturing the swords and distributing them to our allies.
What next? Versalife was crawling with troops. I think they were hiding more than sword technology down there.
Tell me about the labs. Paul and I concluded that Versalife does the manufacturing, while the real research takes place in North America.
Plenty of scientists. Biotech, physics, nanotech, several research divisions. It would seem we still have a mutual interest.
We know they manufacture ambrosia. If you went back and gained access to the Level 2 labs, perhaps you would find something on the Grey Death. Your brother's failure in New York has left me with nothing.
Do you think you could find a cure?
That cannot be determined until I have a schematic of the virus particle and the molecular structure of ambrosia.
I'll go back, but won't they be ready for me?
There's a back way at the north end of the Canal Road Tunnel, which is just east of the temple. I sent an agent in that way once. She turned up a key code to the Nanotech Research Wing, 55655, but no data.
Worth a try.
By the way, Versalife lost one of their R&D men in the Canal Road Tunnel collapse. A guy we think was carrying nanotech assets. He did some of the basic research that went into your implants. You might take a look, if you don't mind going for a dive.
Maybe I'll check it out.
That's the guy we discovered already, Dr. Feng. Yeah, we retrieved that already. So he has the code for level 2. And maybe we can get past the police blockade now. Meet the dragon heads, the lucky money for drinks. You know what? Before we break this video, let's go do that.
Perhaps you can locate and destroy the manufacturing facilities as well.
We may as well. I've never done it before. Nothing new there. I don't think there's any other logins here. No. Upstairs you have Tracer Tong and Gordon Quicks, of course. So, to the Lucky Money Club. Because why the hell not?
I cannot believe the news.
We need some more augmentation upgrade canisters. People still panicking from the attack earlier. Right. Somewhere in here are the dragon heads.
Hello.
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 Ah.
At last, we are one triad. My good friend, let me express my gratitude. A bottle of wine on me. Yum Sing.
I can't carry anything else right now, but thanks for the offer.
Oh well.
This is my club. Let me give you one of our better wines. An imported vintage from Napa Valley. The lieutenant, we had to go through the precinct sergeant.
A cordial relationship, as I would describe it.
You had him in your back pocket all the time.
Only one of many important officials loyal to the Red Arrow.
So they're kind of playing the game of one-upmanship now, aren't they? Who they had in each of their back pockets.
How about that dance?
I gotta be really drunk to dance when it's almost empty like this. Think you could buy me another drink?
Anything you want?
You're so cool, JC. I'm so glad I met you.
It's funny that she doesn't seem to care about the attack that happened just before there. Oh well, we'll leave.
Do you have the capacity for large shipments?
Any product, any port of origin, any destination.
I might have some items. A certain segment of inventory.
The luminous path can ship penguins to Norway and document that they came from Japan.
We'll leave them to it. Hey, Link.
Oh, sure. I don't mind.
Okay. Get ourselves back. Oh! Oh dear. Oh dear. Hi. Why are you attacking me? I didn't do anything. I don't think I did anything. Bloody hell. Either way. I know. Anyhows, we'll break this video here. And when we come back, we'll head down into the canal road and find this back entrance to Versalife, and then down to their nanotech division on level 2. This has been AnthWolf, playing Deus Ex. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope you all take care. and I'll see you for even more next time. We'll just avoid the helicopter. There we are, that's fine. So yeah, I'll see you for even more in the next video. Until then, no. Bye bye now.